I'm Charlton Heston, and a mind is a terrible thing to waste. That's why you should support the United Caucasian College Fund. Actually, I'm Robin Williams, and I'm one of 5 hosts in 5 different cities. And in each city, we're going to introduce you to a new young comedian. So I'll see you right here at the Punchline in San Francisco. As soon as we can stop those people with the pounding. You, Mr. Smart Guy with the jackhammer, for doing comedy here, you smart bastard. Damn it. Fine. Go on, build a new city. What do I care? Gotta jump down here, turn around here. You can barely come.
I don't like to fly, so I took a bus from London to Boston. You know how much that costs? I've never had so much change in my hand at once, but I had to get here.
Hi, I'm Howie Mandel, the Young Comedians All-Star Reunion, and I'm excited. You know why? Because I'm here in Toronto, Canada, and Canada is my home country, and Toronto is my hometown. And oh, look, Canadians, my home people. Watch this. How's it going, eh?
And I'm Richard Belzer. 8 years ago, yes, exactly 8 years ago, I was on HBO's Young Comedian Show. And tonight I'm going to introduce you to another young comedian right here at the Comic Strip in New York City, which is rumored to be a very unsafe city. But let me just...
Hi, I'm Harry Anderson, and I'm going to introduce you to a new comic here tonight at the Improv in lovely Los Angeles.
Celebrating the 10th anniversary of HBO's Young Comedian Specials, we welcome you to the Young Comedians All-Star Reunion. And now from Toronto, Canada, your first host, Howie Mandel.
You didn't think I knew you, did you? Okay, this is so exciting to be here in Toronto at the HBO Young Comedians 10th Anniversary Reunion. And you know why it's exciting? Because I was on the 6th annual Young Comedians special. And no, why are you applauding? You didn't see it. But here's a clip of it right now. Duck! I broke. Anyways, what? Come on. Unlike many of the other comedians on the show tonight. What? Unlike many other comedians on the show, I'm not a stand-up. Wow, this is neat. It's neat to be home. I like being home in Toronto. I haven't been last time, 3 times ago. Last time I was in Canada, I performed, this is the truth, I performed in front of Charles and Di, right? Because if I would have performed behind them, they wouldn't have seen the show. But anyways, it was so neat because I got to meet them. And, you know, okay, listen to this. What are you laughing at? Do you know what happened? Okay, anyways, you know, I got to meet them and I didn't know the protocol. I missed the time when they told us what to do. I didn't know whether to curtsy or bow or when to talk or anything. And I met Prince Charles. He was standing right there and I went to shake his hand and he bowed and I shook his head. And then listen to this. Well, not right after, I went to London, England, and I'd never been there before, and I flew on the Concorde, right? And that goes faster than the speed of sound, which is fun, but it's a ripoff, because you couldn't hear the movie until 2 hours after you got there. What's your name? Pardon me? Glenn. Glenn? No, I got it. You don't have to say it anymore. See, you said Glenn, and then I said Glenn meant I knew what you said. And what do? I'm a tape recorder. What do you do, Glenn? What do you do? fuck do you do? Glenn. I'm Glenn.
I work for Audio and Stage Lighting Company.
Pardon me?
Audio and Stage Lighting.
Audio and Stage Lighting Company. Audio is sound.
Yeah.
And you do all the lighting for radio. You know, sometimes I'm in my car and I can't see the morning show. So weird. I want to try. Don't you hate when birds get diarrhea? Isn't that weird? I was shocked. This is not a joke. Look at this. Here we are. We're at an HBO special, and I got a blackhead. What do I do? Do I squeeze it? Now this is an honor for me because this is why this is an honor for me, because the guy I'm about to bring up is somebody that I've known for a long time. So he's a friend. And what? It just works out that way. Anyways, he's a friend. He's one of the funniest people in Canada today. He's one of the funniest people I know. And he works in Canada doing a lot of television. He writes. You're going to see a lot of him all over the place. I want you to put your hands together and then apart and then together and then apart and together and kind of get kind of a clapping noise going for my friend Howard Buzzgang.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Good to be here. Everybody's looking good. All these pretty women here. How many single women are here tonight? Are there a couple? All right. What's your name? What's your name? Michelle. Michelle? Hi. You're very pretty, Michelle. Nice to see you. I know you're saying, Howard, come on. Make your move, you sex poodle. Sound like wild women, like sex offender type women? I had this one girlfriend who was really wild. She was really perverted. Once went back to my place. I left her alone while I went out and bought some champagne. I came back. She was lying on the bed with ropes all tied up. Yeah, I started taking my clothes off. She said, "What are you doing, asshole? We've been robbed." She was really weird. She used to come over to my place and walk around naked, which is fantastic, but I live with my parents. I went to a mall today. Have you noticed they have those new machines in the malls that for $0.25 give you your pulse rate? Have you seen these machines? Yeah. I tried one today. I put $0.25 and all of a sudden this crowd started watching me. It was great. You know. Finally, someone told me it's your finger that's supposed to go in the hole. But I have an excuse. I was breastfed by my grandmother, and it didn't affect me. It didn't affect me. Although I do like to buy milk past its expiry date. But you are sick fucking people, okay? I'm disgusted. So now I live alone with my cat. Do we have any cat owners here? Yeah? Yeah? How many people hate cats? Yeah? Yeah. Even people who like cats, you gotta admit, when you come home at night and you're fine, your cat has like turned your drapes into confetti. Don't you just want to take the animal down to a freeway and scotch tape it to an off-ramp? Yeah? See, did you get your cat neutered? Did you get it fixed? Yeah, I couldn't do that. I couldn't get my cat neutered. I felt bad. I couldn't get it fixed, so instead I just dress it up to look exactly like me, and heck, it doesn't get laid either now, so I thought it was a great idea till today. My neighbor just beat the shit out of me. He said he saw me shitting on his lawn, so So I like to stay on my watch. You know what I like to watch a lot of stuff on the video machines. A lot of people do that. And if you get bored of watching like regular movies on the video machine, because you have the choice, you can watch them normal way. Try watching them backwards, because you have that option. You should try this, because it's really neat. Watch movies backwards, like old movies. They become different films if you're bored with them. You know, like Godfather becomes a very upbeat film. It's a really neat film. The Godfather becomes a film about a family of mobsters that lose all their money and power and gradually become so poor they have to go back to Italy. Jaws is the best. Jaws is really funny. Jaws becomes a film about a giant shark that keeps throwing up people until they open the beach. Very strange. You see, how you doing, Michelle? See, normally, you see, I don't normally meet a lot of women, you know. No, I know you're saying, Howard, come on, you know. Don't pull our leg, you stud muffin. My standards are too high when it comes to women. You know, all I'm looking for is a girl who is really desperate, I guess. Maybe Michelle, I don't know. That's why I don't go to singles bars to meet women. You can't talk to women. You gotta go where they're vulnerable, where they really need you. You know, like Mexican border crossings. That's where I go. Because actually, you see, I normally do very well with women of the opposite sex. I do. Because women think I'm harmless, and it's just not true, you know? Because I've been going out with this one girl for 9 years, thank you. Yeah, and last night, I made my move. We had violent sex, thank you very much. Yeah. I pulled down my pants, and she kicked me in the groin. Actually, I was incredible. She had a 6-hour orgasm. All right, yeah, pretty good. This morning she tells me she's epileptic. But, I don't understand women. I'm watching TV. This woman comes out on TV in a commercial and goes, "Nothing satisfies me like a Snickers bar." Now, if this is true, I'm camping out at the Willy Wonka chocolate factory, you know? I can't imagine what she does with 3 Musketeers. Now I know why they call it O. Henry. You know, it's a strange thing. You've been a very, very nice crowd. Thank you very, very much. Thank you. Thank you.
Howard Bucket. Howard Bucket, take a bow. Take a bow. Take a bow. And now, let's go to Boston. Take it away, Stephen Wright.
Thanks. This morning I woke up out of a dream, went right into a daydream. I was having a dream that midgets were trying to assassinate me. So I bought a bulletproof car. But since they are midgets, I bought a convertible. I went to a general store that wouldn't let me buy anything specifically. Two babies were born in the hospital the same day. 2 little babies. They put them in the same room. They're just laying there looking at each other. Each family came in, took their baby away. Babies lived their entire lives. 85 years later, by a bizarre coincidence, they end up in the same hospital, in the same room, laying there on their deathbeds, just laying there looking at each other. One of them says to the other one, "So, what did you think?" I remember being 5 years old, watching TV. Only you can prevent forest fires. Oh, no. Every night, 2:30 in the morning, climb out in the window with a bucket of water. Do you think when they asked George Washington for his ID, he just took out a quarter? George trying to decide something. Call it in the air, me or tails. My theory of evolution, I think Darwin was adopted. I've been making wine at home, but I make it out of raisins, so it'll be aged automatically. About a year ago, my girlfriend was on the pill using a diaphragm and an IUD all at once. Recently, she had a baby. Baby was born wearing armor. My friend George walked his dog all at once. He walked him from Boston to Fort Lauderdale and back. Then he said, "No, you're done." One night I went over to George's house when he wasn't there, and I went over to his dog, and I put little contact lenses in his dog's eyes that had cats on them. I took one out and he ran in circles. I went to a Halloween party dressed as the equator. People walked towards me, they got warmer. For about 3 weeks, I owed George $25. For 3 weeks, I owed him $25. The whole time I had the money on me, he didn't know it. Walking through New York City, 2:30 in the morning. Man steps out of an alley with a gun. He says, "You two, give me all your money." I said, "Wait a minute." I said, "George, here's a $25 all you owe." The thief took one step away. Then out of his own money, he took out $1,000 and he gave it to George. And at gunpoint, he made me borrow $1,000 from George. Thanks a lot. About 4 years ago, I did one of these young comedians. I'd like you to take a look at it right now. I got up the other day and everything in my apartment had been stolen and replaced with an exact replica. I couldn't believe it. I called my roommate and I said, "Come here, look at this stuff. It's all an exact replica. What do you think?" He said, "Do I know you?" Now I'd like to introduce a comedian also from Boston, a really good friend of mine, a funny human, and a man who has a very non-fiction view of the world. Let's have a nice round of applause for Mr. Barry Crimmins.
Stephen Wright. Okay, thanks a lot. I'm really psyched. It's great to be here. Nice to be here in Massachusetts. We got some weird stuff recently. We got the death penalty in Massachusetts. That's kind of a hassle. So now, if you want to kill somebody, you have to go up to New Hampshire or down to Rhode Island.
Been traveling a lot. I just got back from the Midwest, the Heartland. You know why they call it the Heartland? Because the brain isn't there. Went to Akron, Ohio. Akron, Ohio is the only city people from Cleveland are eligible to make fun of. I couldn't figure out why anybody would live in Akron, so I took a poll. I said, hey, why do you live in Akron? It was a tie for first place. 50% of the people said they couldn't sell their homes. The other 50% were in the Federal Witness Protection Program. Biggest hassle of the tour, I went to Kentucky. I got into a big hassle. I got caught smuggling books into Kentucky. Got off on a technicality. No one could prove they were books. Couple of things been bugging me lately. Why is it that people that work in record stores act like they're rock and roll stars? Same story every time you bring the album up, the guy, oh, you still listen to this crap? Yeah, you still making $68 a week, loser? I'm into ecology, although I like acid rain because I'm a fisherman. It's so much easier now just to scoop the little guys off the top. Whoa! Mark Twain's dead. Somebody has to point this shit out. Reagan's so into pulling boats into harbors, I'm afraid he's going to pull the boats into the harbor in Nicaragua, which would suck because he mined that 3 years ago and he's old and he forgets. Reagan got $100 million for the Contras, then he declared himself a Contra. Apparently he was short of cash, I'm not sure. How many people here thought Grenada was a Ford until a couple of years ago? We had to go in there. We had to get those medical students out of there. Some of them are dangerously close to graduation. Bumper stickers are idiotic. They say dumb things. This car stops at all bars. Bet your insurance agent loves to see that. A must for roadblocks. Don't you love the roadblocks? You have to act like you're really into it. Oh, thank you for randomly hassling me this evening, officer. And the most annoying bumper sticker of all times has got to be, ask me about my grandchildren. Roll down your window. I will, because you're driving 4 miles an hour. We got scads of time to chat. I'm gonna be your age when I get home, you piece of shit. You guys have been a tremendous audience. I want to thank you all very much.
Let's hear it for Barry Crimmins. Okay, now let's go to Los Angeles. Take it away, Harry Anderson.
You like the tie? The guy couldn't guess my weight. Hey, welcome to HBO's Young Comedian 10th Anniversary All-Star Spectacular. Being here is more than a treat for me. It's more like fulfilling a contractual obligation, which is... You know, it was almost 6 years ago that a sparkling young talent cut his teeth on the Young Comedian show. In fact, we have a clip of this brilliant newcomer we'd like to show you. Can we run that clip? a classic of magic, the rabbit in hat trick. Here's an amazing feat. Actually, it's his good luck charm. Wasn't that good, but it didn't take that long. I got one. Beware of pickpockets. They are everywhere. I got this one today. It's a pretty nice one. I had a comb, but I lost it. Ma'am, please feel this bag. Feel it. And now cough, it's a joke. It don't mean nothing. It's a joke. The old rope trick. This is my kid's favorite trick. I got a girl who loves this trick, 5 years old. She's about so big. Loves this trick. Check it out, feel it. No threads, wires, mirrors, logging chains, concealed reptiles, rope, right? Okay. My girl loves this trick. She does. She loves tricks and jokes. She would be loving this tonight. What's her joke? She told me a joke. What's her joke? Her joke is, what was it? Duck walks into a pharmacy and says, I'd like some chapstick. And the guy says, will that be cash or charge? And the duck says, put it on my bill. That's very good. She's five, come on. Beautiful little girl, looks just like her daddy. Ever find that son of a bitch, boy, I'll tell you. Got some Montessori payments I'd like to discuss with him. Rope. But wait, there's more. Knife. I'm white, but I'm armed, okay? Now, I'm gonna go along this rope. As I do this, madam, I'm guessing, as I go along the rope, I would like you to say stop anywhere. Remember when you used to say stop? Think back. I'm gonna go along. Boy, is my face red, huh? Okay, I go along and you say stop. Stop. No, you have to kind of do it while I'm still going. It's just cable, but it still counts.
Stop.
Right here? I can go forward, I can go back. You happy right here? Right here. Rope, knife. What's going to happen next? Don't give it away. Ropes. But wait, there's more. He's cut the rope. What will he do now? He will restore the rope. What's that he said? He will restore the rope. I don't believe it. But it's true. It's true. Oh, yes, indeed. You're going to get your whole $4 worth right now. Huh? American? 6? Well, I got another trick that's worth $1 to show you, so that would leave $1, which is nothing to get pissed about. Okay. He will restore the rope. How will he do this? Well, maybe he would do something topological. Do you know topology? You know, like M.C. Escher, you know, who said, maybe it's in the basement, I'll go upstairs and check. You know? Or maybe not. Maybe he'll do something dark and druid-like. Maybe he'll dance naked under the full moon. Probably he won't. Not at $6, I don't think he's gonna. Not on cable. Or maybe he'll do something totally unexpected. No, wait a second. This would be a pretty good trick if the knot weren't there. So we try something semantic. Ooh. Not there. Not there. Not bad. Not bad. Well, So what, you were expecting a human sacrifice? This does not live up to your expectations? Well, it is now my great pleasure to introduce the star of tonight. She is the young comedienne of our show, originally from New Orleans. She's lovely, she's bright, and she is very funny. Please give a warm welcome to Ellen DeGeneres.
Thank you very much. That's very nice of you. Thank you. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling in shape. There you go. You have to stay in shape, though, don't you? Oh, yeah, you do. You have to. Yeah, you do. Yeah, yeah. You know, my grandmother started walking 5 miles a day when she was 60. She's 93 today, and we don't know where the hell she is. So you got to stay in shape. You really do. Yeah, it's important. And, you know, it keeps you busy, too. It's a good hobby. And you got to have a hobby. I know I do, because my boyfriend broke up with me back in 72, I guess it was. And, well, you never forget that. You never do. I'll never forget what he told me when he broke up with me. He said, "Hey, Dunky," that's what he called me, Dunky, because he couldn't pronounce Ellen. He said, listen, I'm going, I'm leaving, I can't take this. I said, fine, boo-boo cakes. That's what I called him, boo-boo cakes, because that was his name, actually. That's, Boo-Boo Cakes Jones. I hated that name. You always notice things after you break up with them or they break up with them. All these things you hated about them, things you don't even know why you were with them in the first place, right? See, women are laughing and men are saying, no. We're picky. I don't know. He used to always wear a dickie. Do you remember these things, dickies? Yeah. Always, not even with a shirt. In the summer, he'd wear shorts and the dickie. Just a goon, you know. Puka shells around the dickie. Yeah. He didn't know. You always know when the relationship's over, too, don't you? Just little things just start grating on your nerves. Just little. It's not even a bad habit, but you just one day you snap. You just, would you please stop that? That breathing in and out. It's so repetitious. Yeah. It's over then. Yeah. You ever break up with someone and then the next day you tell all your friends all the horrible habits that they used to do, and then you get back together with them the next day? Yeah. Now your friends think you're an idiot because you're back together with this guy that likes to dress in your mother's underwear and be called Sapphire, you know. You're stuck with him the rest of your life because your friends have left you. Yeah. I worry because, you know, it's been a while since I've been with anybody, and I thought maybe I, forgot how to do it. And a friend of mine said, listen, Ellen, having sex is kind of like riding a bicycle, you know what I mean? And I know it's been a while, but I don't ever remember pedaling. I don't, once, but I was really, really drunk, you know? Yeah. Sex is a strange thing, isn't it? It's a crazy thing. We probably have the most normal mating habit, though. You know what the Black Widow does? Immediately afterwards, she kills him and eats him. Which, you know, when you think about this, isn't that bad of an idea? Because we all make mistakes, you know. You just don't want that evidence walking around. I slept with her. The Golden Eagle is the most incredible because, do you know what the Golden Eagle does? You do. What does it do? In the air, 80 miles an hour. This is what they do. The male and the female both go 3 to 4 miles high, start going 80 miles an hour and connect. And then they start dropping, and they don't stop dropping until the act is completed, so it's not uncommon that they both fall all the way to the ground, hit the ground, and both of them die. That's how committed they are to it. No, yeah, I thought to myself, boy, don't we feel like wimps for answering the phone. You know? I'm thinking, you know, if I were one of these two birds, you're getting close to the ground, I'd seriously consider faking it. You know? Yeah. You're out of there. There are other nights. You know, it's good. It's great. You know, people come up to me after the show and talk to me and ask me questions, and it's great. They always come up and say, first of all, Ellen, You're incredible. But second of all, is your life as a performer, is it that much different than ours, the little people, the nobodies, the scum? And I'll tell you, I don't think it is. I think we're all the same. I think we all enjoy doing the same things. For instance, do you do this when you're in a grocery store? You're in line, you're checking out your stuff, and you look to the person next to you. You start trying to figure out what they had to come in for and what they're just kind of picking up. You do, especially if it's just a few items. If it's like whipped cream, douche, and a lawn chair. You know, like, you think it's a lawn chair, but you really don't know. You just... Me too. Me too. Do you do this? You do this. Everybody does this. You're at home alone. You put on an album, one that you know all the words to. Take a hairbrush or deodorant can or something. You stand in front of the mirror. You pretend like you're a rock star. And when the album's over, you pretend like the concert's over and people are screaming and cheering for more. You say, "Thank you much. Good night." And then you run out of the living room, down the hall into the bedroom. You pretend like that's the dressing room. You get there and you have a wine and cheese and fruit tray and champagne and Coke and acid all sit down. And you're smoking and you're drinking and you're eating and you pretend like you're getting interviewed by the Rolling Stone magazine. You just completely trash your room. Don't you? Don't you? Yeah, me too. Yeah. Thank you very much. I had fun. Thanks a lot.
Miss Ellen DeGeneres. Take it away, Richard Belzer in New York.
Hello. How are you? Are you in a good mood? Good. But you know, it's hard to believe that 8 years ago I was a young comedian, because now I'm an old Jew now, and I had to be led to this club. What? No, I was on the Young Comedian Special in 1978. Remember that year? BR, that was, before Reagan. And I was a hell of a dresser in those days. Let's take a look at the clip and see how cool I was in those days. The people had different ways of moving. You know, I figured out why black people walk the way they do. You know why black people walk the way they do? It's because for hundreds of years, black people were denied the use of white bathrooms. That's how the walk evolved. Like a black guy would go up to a white place and ask if he could use the bathroom. Say, "Oh, can I use the bathroom?" No? Ooh. So you see these guys on the corner think they're cool, they're not cool, they have to go to the bathroom. Don't you love that clip? So I read in the paper today that they're going to try and change the Constitution of the United States and have Reagan run for a third term. It's like a science fiction movie, isn't it? Ronald Reagan, Part 3. The Smiling Monster. Well, This guy smiles at everything. No matter what you do to him, you could shoot him, he comes at you. Take out 2 feet of his colon, he still comes at you. Take off a piece of his nose, he still comes at you. You stick a glass tube up his dick, it doesn't stop. Ronald Reagan, Part 3. Well, But Reagan did go to the hospital, and thank God he's okay. The doctor saw his dick. He said, "Your dick's fine, Mr. President. Go back and fuck the country for a couple more years. You're fine. It's fine. Go ahead, finish your term. Give it to him." Well, all right, if you say so, I will. The thing that really pisses me off about Reagan is that he's always laughing at something, and we're not in on it. You ever notice that? No matter what the crisis is, he's laughing. He comes out, "Well, I what? Ayacoca? What are you trying to say? Ayatollah? What is it, Ron? Get to the verb. I've been working on the railroad. What, Ron? Just say what it is. Where did you buy the hat? From someone off the street, or? Now, where did you buy it? Macy's? Didn't they close? Oh, Gimbel's closed. They sold all their shit to Macy's, and look what happened to you. Is there a potholders convention in New York, or how does that work, Faber? No, Jews can kid Jews. As Bruce Springsteen is going to release a triple album at Christmas, then he's going to walk on water. Bruce is so big now that God borrows money from Bruce Springsteen. God called Bruce up the other day and said, Bruce, can I borrow $3 million? I want to do another earthquake in Mexico. And kind of ran out of money, and I was wondering if you could help me out. I kid God because I feel God has a sense of... I'm waving you off like you're running up here to help me. But tonight, I don't have to read a script. I don't have to memorize anything because I know this young man I'm introducing. I worked with him before. He's a very funny and very bright young comedian. Please give a warm welcome to John Mendoza, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you. You look good. It's a pleasure to be here. It's a thrill. So, what else you want to talk about? I'm in one of those obnoxious moods today, one of those moods where you want to walk up behind a bald man and go, wax on, wax off. You ever wonder if illiterate people get the full effect of alphabet soup? My sister didn't have such a good day today. My sister's asthmatic. In the middle of an asthma attack, she got an obscene phone call. Guy said, did I call you or did you call me? I got a fat friend who weighs 385 pounds. I keep him around in case of a nuclear war. I figure he'll know where the food is. You know you're getting fat when you can pinch an inch on your forehead. This guy's trying it out over here. But he's trying it out on her head. Is this your girlfriend? Wife. Wife? Yeah, fucks up a good friendship. How long are you married? 3 months is too long. I guess you kind of come and gone, huh? Marriage sucks. When people get married, they get stupid real quick. Their brain gets sucked right out of their head. Anyway, you ever talk to married couples, ask them a simple little question, they have to look at each other before they can answer it. You got the brains in it? I don't have the brains. Yeah. Men get stupider quicker than women do. Men are married about 6 months, they can't even dress themselves anymore. Honey, does this tie go with my underwear? People get married, they stay married for like 40, 50 years, it amazes me. I wonder what the hell they talk about. What do you want to do today? Kill you. Casual sex is the best because you don't have to wear a tie. I met this girl at a party New Year's Eve. We were having a great time. A couple hours later, found myself in bed with her. First thing that came to my mind was what kind of protection she was using. She was using foam. But by the time I found out, I looked like a mad dog. Strange place. I was talking to this girl in a bar the other night. She said, oh, I feel so bad Springsteen got married. And I said, yeah, like you had a shot. New York. New York's a strange place. You ever see a New Yorker give mouth-to-mouth resuscitation? Get up before you fucking die. So this is what I do for a living, think of stupid things. This is my job. Come up here, work for 15 minutes, then have 23 hours and 45 minutes to kill. You've been a lot of fun. Thank you very much. Good night.
John Mendoza, ladies and gentlemen. Take a bow, John. John Mendoza. And now, let's go to San Francisco. Take it away, Robin Williams.
Here at Three Stooges School of Kung Fu. See, giant skyline. Look at this. Attack of the 50-foot homosexual. Damn it, Bob. Get the cannons. He's redecorating the entire city. Quick, get the salmon lights. Get the Judy Garland record. Start saying. The reason I'm here is 9 years ago, I did one of these, and they paid me the same small amount. 9 years ago, I remember. In those days, your mother and I were so poor we smoked weeds. We were that poor. There were no roads. There wasn't even a bridge. Just people swam going, commute? Shit. So watch. Come with me now down the corridors of time. Follow me. Right now, they have some incredible effect. It's like, oh, I'm on acid. Wow. Okay. Is a bleak night, my lord. Look! The moon like a testicle hangs low in the sky. This bodes not well. I do sweat verily, my bows do fall off. I must get from the hence the stage, a non-post haste, past Gucci, past leisure suit. Candlewicks to warm myself. I will take it. My sister Hernia, what news? 'Tis pity. I must. Sucker burns. I don't know. You ever think that God might get stoned? Look at it like, a strange thing. If you look at a platypus, I think you might think that God might be stoned. Think that God's up there in heaven going, okay, let's take a beaver. Let's put on a duck's bill, okay? Hey, what are you gonna do? I'm God. Okay. It's a mammal, but it lays eggs. What the hell? Hey, Darwin. Okay, there you go. How you doing? You're a truck driving man. Nice to have you here. You just came all the way from down below the city. Nice to have you here. What's your hat say?
Arvin, California.
Arvin, California. White man, first time here. Nice. Your first time in San Francisco. What is Arvin, California? It's a little tiny town. It's one of those towns where your car breaks down, they go,
yeah, we can fix it. Your first time in Arvin?
You must be from San Francisco. Sorry we don't have any drugs for your leather. Maybe, excuse me a minute while I look at the sun for a moment. Before there were hats like that, people just used to put names on their head. Where you from? Arvin. Arvin. Can I borrow that just for a second? Just for a second. There you go. Thank you. There's a real man's man. Welcome to San Francisco. We're looking for a few good men. God bless you. Excuse me, what's this bar? The Anvil? What is this? I came here to meet some beautiful women. Seems to be nothing but men here. This must be, everyone's waiting for the ladies, yeah? There's a lady. What's your name? Bob. Nice to meet you. What the hell? I saw you in the men's room a few minutes ago with your skirt all up there, and you're an unusual woman, if I may say. We don't see too many women like you in Arvin. Well, nice to meet you anyway, Bob. The hell, you must have taken some radiation, you know. Well, I gotta go now, thank you. This is a scary city, Jesus. The hell is this? Excuse me, excuse me, pardon me, how do you get to 101? Look for some intense energy. I'm never getting out of here. Oh, my God. It's just like Dorothy landing on Market Street. Junkies and pimps and whores. Oh, my. Jesus. We're not laughing at you. We're laughing near you. Here you go, Mr. Malovich. Thank you for coming to the city. And I hope you remember this night real well and don't come back for a while. Jesus. Well, I guess we've done enough time and sweated like real men should. Ooh, that's a manly smell. Right now, the people in the front row are going, yes, it is. Better get on with it now. I think we've done enough. Now, you look at me like... No, shh. You see, it's not my night. There's someone very special, a young man. A fabulous young... No.
Someone I met that I think is very special.
Yeah, get off it. Come on now. No, this young man is very good. He won the San Francisco comedy competition. Not enough for the car, though. It's a competition that I was in 10, 12 years ago. Took second, so I guess...
You see, boys and girls, you can fuck up and still do well.
But he's very funny, and please welcome Mr. Jake Johansson. Come out here. You do well. Good game, good game. You tear him up, boy. Don't let him scare you.
Thank you very much. I'm Jake Johansson, and I'm originally from Iowa. Thank you very much. I'm very excited to be here tonight, and everything. I'm excited to be out of Iowa, basically. It took a long time for me to realize that we were free to go, and no, I'm not, and I'm very happy. Both my parents are still back in Iowa. My father's actually the mayor of our town. You know, it's a kind of a pretty small town, so eventually everyone gets to be the mayor. But he's the mayor right now. Actually, they elect the mayor by radio, and so last year Dad was the 5th caller, and we're very proud of him. You know, he's a quick dialer, and no one can take that away from him. And so I used to love all the fun things. People ask me all the time, Jake, because that's my name. That's Jake. Where do you get your sense of humor? And I tell them that's my father, also named Jake, coincidentally. Well, not really a coincidence. We're all named Jake in Iowa, but he would joke around with us all the time. This one time we're in the car on vacation. You know, we're going about 60 miles an hour to the Badlands, so it was a great trip. And I lean up, I go, Dad, are we there yet? And he goes, yeah, Jake, we're there. How about? You know, what a kidder. It's just so funny. My feet are going like crazy. And he yanks me back in the car. It was a joke, you idiot. And it was, you know, a lot of love between us. But that's the kind of guy he was. He would joke around and then be serious. But you know, he did fun things for us too. He always made us. He wanted us to go to church with the neighbors to see what their church was like, and our neighbors were Catholic, and so I had a pretty good time. I think other Catholic people are here tonight, aren't they? Yeah. They're very excited about being Catholic. That's good. I had a good time, you know, because our church was a congregational church, which is not really a big deal. I mean, you just go, you sit there, we're at church. That was about the Catholic church. It's like a show, you know, right away, you're a puppet. Stand, sit, kneel, sit, pray, sing, sit, stand. And it's like it was a calisthenic kind of a thing. I felt like I actually lost weight at the Catholic Church. And that was good. Now, we went to church with our neighbors now in San Francisco, right across the street, you know, and it's like a weird cult where in the Church of the American Standard. And in their church, they believe that Jesus actually slipped in a tub. And that's their Easter story. And so they explained it to me a few times, you know, evidently, according to them, the Last Supper, everyone's having a glass of wine, right? Which seemed to make pretty good sense, you know, and Jesus is having a couple of glasses of wine, they said, which, you know, they had a big day the next day, kind of wanted to be loose. And they're going to crucify him, for Christ's sake. So he's throwing him back, and then he decides, you know, I better take a shower, because it was a big day the next day, and he wanted to look good for the pictures and what have you. And, you know, it took a long time for his hair to dry. And so he goes to take a shower, and the disciples keep eating the food because they were supposed to finish all of it, you know. And then all at once, a big thud in the bathroom. They hear this huge thud. No one knows exactly what happened. No one was actually in the bathroom, but there's a soap theory. And so they hear this thud, and the disciples get up and rush to the bathroom, all of them, except for Judas, who makes a sandwich and takes off. And so thank you very much. So they get to the bathroom, and they see it's all over. Jesus in the tub, and it looks awful. And the disciple, their minds are racing a mile a minute with the disciple, because they know that later they have to write the Bible. And they just, you know, you can imagine, big long book, then he slips in a tub. Bad ending. And because the Bible wasn't really meant as a Mickey Spillane twist thriller book. And so they said, we better just cover up Watergate style, put the cross in. And so I like that much better than the tub people. In their church, they actually have a big tub right above the priest. And it's so silly, you know, for the baptisms, he'll get down the little thing and spray the baby and then put it back up there. And it's so funny. And well, then when they pray, it's instead of the sign of the cross, you know, when they pray, everybody in the church, the tub people, they all go, whoa, like that. And they, you know, and instead of a cross, they've all got that soap on a rope, and it's just too silly. Anyway, thank you very much. I'm Jake Johansson. Good night. Thank you.
Thank you very much. That was Jake Johansson, also Buddy Holly. Thank you very much. That's it, ladies and gentlemen, from Boston.
Good night from Boston.
Yes, New York.
Good night from New York.
Toronto.
Good night from Toronto.
Los Angeles.
Good night from Los Angeles.